Organizations often believe urgent hiring solves operational pressure, but sometimes urgency is masking a much larger alignment problem because under pressure, organizations often move quickly to fill roles before fully understanding things like what does the role actually own, how success should be measured, or whether the organization itself is structured to support the position effectively. I'm Laurie Karras, and this is the Alignment Gap Built for Performance, executive briefings for leaders responsible for results. This episode is Urgently Hiring Isn't Alignment Hiring. So, does this feel familiar? Performance begins falling short of expectations, and at first, leaders believe the issue is temporary. The team is working hard. Everyone understands the goals, but over time, falling slightly short begins creating pressure. And under pressure, organizations often begin looking for relief before they fully understand the source of the strain. When organizations hire reactively, urgency often begins replacing thoughtful organizational alignment. Roles become loosely defined. Expectations, they shift a little. Workloads evolve in real time, and candidates are often hired into organizational ambiguity instead of operational alignment. And under pressure, organizations sometimes focus more heavily on speed than sustainability. But hiring faster does not automatically create organizational capacity, because if ownership remains unclear, operational structure remains misaligned, accountability remains undefined, or teams are already compensating operationally, then new hires often inherit those organizational ambiguity instead of the organizational alignment. Because if new hires truly create capacity, the organization should now have greater ability to do things like develop their people, improve processes, participate in strategic initiatives, take on a stretch assignment, build succession pipelines. And if none of those things are happening while everyone remains just as overwhelmed as before, the organization may have solved a workload problem without solving an alignment problem. And eventually, organizations find themselves repeating the same hiring cycles again and again, not because the talent doesn't exist, but because alignment never fully existed around the role itself. So it's worth asking, is your organization hiring to strategically scale capability? Or is it reacting to operational pressure after systems are already strained? Because urgency may fill a role, but alignment sustains performance. At the end of the day, performance doesn't happen by accident. It's built through clarity, alignment, and disciplined execution. Thanks for listening to the Alignment Gap Built for Performance. I'm Laurie Karras. See you next time.